got this opportunity today. When I was passing through, coming to the temple, I saw so many of you new arrivals from Tibet, and then here on the in front of the temple also there are many of you. So please listen to the teaching very carefully. So Buddhism is not only about doing prayers and just following it with blind faith, but you have to study them and then make transformation within your mind, and so that you become a good person, an ethical person. So with following good ethics, and you will be happy yourself, and the place where you live also would be filled with happiness, compassion, and love. So that's the main purpose. So you have to make transformation within yourself and become a better person. Although you are at this point ignorant about the reality of things, but then the aim of Buddhism is to become a Buddha for the benefit of sentient beings. And so Buddhism is about actually studying and giving thought to the teaching, and not only to be followed with blind faith. And so the people from the Russian republics and also the Tibetan new arrivals, although I don't know much, whatever I know, I shall explain to you and listen to them carefully. And so at the same time, people who live in Dharamsala, the monks and nuns, as well as lay people, many of you are here. So you have heard me many times explain the Dharma. So some of you may feel it's rather something regular that's happening in Dharamsala. So if you think like that, you don't need to come here. Nobody actually, you are not obliged to come to the teaching. Listening to the teaching is not like listening to some kind of a historical account, because if it's an historical account or history that you want to listen to, then you don't need to listen to it over and over again. But here we are talking about Dharma, and so what you need to do is to listen to the Dharma and use it to check within yourself whether you have made some progress or not. As you do reflect on the teaching, and then you'll get more certainty about the teaching, and your understanding will also become more stable. And so that's important to keep in mind. And then there are people from other countries, many different countries. People do come usually for this kind of teaching. And then especially there are few Chinese. Dichole. There. So there are a few Chinese also, and then there are also Japanese in the audience, and then Koreans and Vietnamese who also come regularly. So you are Buddhist, traditionally. So usually whenever I talk to Buddhists, traditional Buddhists, I always say that we have to be 21st century Buddhists. What that means is you understand Buddhism, the whole structure of the essential points of Buddhism, and on top of that, through that, when you say I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, then you'll be a true Buddhist. Without understanding what the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha are, for which, of course, in order to understand them, you have to understand the Dharma well. And through that, you have to come to the understanding that what the Dharma jewel or Sangha jewel is, which means the Arya the Arya Sanghas. And then through that you have to come to understand what the Buddha, who the Buddha is, and then know the unique features, the qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So through that, you'll be able to become a Buddhist who have understanding of Buddhism through reasoning. Without understanding what you are actually, what your faith actually is. Of course, there are many different religions, followers of many different religions, and then there are many the followers who are genuine followers of their own respective religions. And if you also think that you are more or less like them, you will not be able to really get the unique features of Buddhism, which distinguishes it from other religions. Of course, all religions deserve respect because all religions help people. So all of the different religions teach love, compassion, tolerance, contentment, and so forth. So which is very good. But Buddhism also teaches all these principles, self-discipline, and love, compassion, contentment, and so forth. But the reason why we talk about this is because everything is dependently arisen.